Good morning, YouTube. How we doing this morning? Just trying to get down the road. I'm running behind because I had a blowout yesterday on a trailer tire. It blew so hard that the tire ricocheted and knocked out the hub, the cover for the hub seal on the tire behind it. I had to have two different companies come out and repair me on the side of the road. It took them forever. And then the company, they spoke to, oh, you should have called in. I sent you a message on our onboard computer. Oh, you needed to call in. So you don't check, that just shows you don't check your messages. Why would I want to stay on the phone for for an hour to call you and no response? It's freaking stupid, you know. But I was like, okay, whatever. I'm tired. I'm frustrated, and I be honest with you. That's what I want to start this conversation with. And I know I'm not the only one. I know everybody that's been doing YouTube for quite some time. It has been tired, has been frustrated, has pushed through, their frustrations. And I want to talk about it. And I really didn't say nothing the last time this happened. But I was accused of having inappropriate conversations. That's what was when I was trying to buy some shirts, for the channel. I wanted to buy some shirts and give them out. And the content creator that I was dealing with didn't realize what they were doing, didn't realize the situation that I was in, didn't realize that, hurt people hurt. And, my wife was having, flashbacks or whatever. And, they were the content creator I was buying from was being very uplifting, but they didn't realize people take that the wrong way. And instead of my wife addressing it, and my wife never apologized, and it is what it is. At this point, I don't care. Thank you, King. Appreciate it, and didn't realize what they were doing, and it festered, and it had a backlash on me because when I did the first set of shirts and got them, my wife seen the note that the content creator left me. And again, they did nothing wrong, but they didn't realize that certain women are territorial. They take stuff the wrong way. And she took that paper and threw it away. And then instead of bringing it up, what's this king and queen stuff and all that, and it never spoke to me about it. And, when it happened again, when I ordered some more shirts, instead of saying, look, I don't want you, what's the deal here? I trust you, but no. And I ordered some more shirts, same thing happened, and boy, it spiraled into I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And, you know, it really, really hurt me to my core. And I almost stopped doing this altogether. You know what I mean? And this is something that I grown to love to do. And I'm very respectful. I talk a whole lot about my love for my wife, and I'm not going to mess that up. And again, the other content creator didn't do nothing wrong. And, but you have to understand certain people are very jealous. My wife, she says, no, no, don't be telling people I'm just, no, she's insanely jealous. And I don't care, but that's just one part of this whole situation. I'm kind of getting tired, and I'm down to the the home stretch. But and I understand the other people. I'm getting tired. My feelings are getting hurt, and I'm not. And that's over and done with. There was never an apology, a fake behind apology, but that it was an apology. I get texts. People are saying rude and not nice stuff um to be online, and you know guys, before this, I was in my own bubble. I was in my own little shell that I was very happy with. I've been through so much in my damn life that I barely came out of my shell, but I was happy. Right now I'm not saying I'm miserable, but this stuff is bothering me. You know what I mean? And then when you do these lives and try to gain whatever you have, um, you have people that are going to be against you. They're going to dislike whatever. Look, guys, this is just for entertainment purposes only. It was told to me, don't take stuff personal, but still, I'm still human. I'm still human. I understand. You don't realize the stuff that I see, stuff that I hear. I'm still human. Half of the stories, half the conversations that I have, I've had a flashback about something, about my looks, about my weight, about my drinking, about my marriage, about my relationships, about everything. It is something that's happened to me. It is just it, and guys, it is just my opinion. In my opinion, doesn't mean shit to anybody else but me. You guys feel what I'm saying? Anybody else but me. I have to live my life and be happy with it. I do this because I found it makes me happy. But when I become unhappy, that's a whole different. It's a whole different genre. You see what I'm saying? I got to think about this. Because when I get unhappy, I run from everything. I don't want to be bothered with and nobody or nothing. I I came into this situation. I came into this because I made a joke about it. I can't stop walking because the woman I met, that's her one of her love languages is walking. That's one of her love languages is walking. And I had to get into walking. I was 300 plus, heavy breathing, throwing up in the middle of the. I jump out the truck, throwing up in the side of the truck because I kept on eating double cheeseburgers and all this other stuff and French fries, and I came down to be freaking type 2 diabetes. I probably was pre-diabetic and nobody caught it for so many years. Going to the bathroom all the time, trying to do, you know what I'm saying? Living a miserable existence. I've run into really nice people on here that that choose their words. They're polite. They're fun to hang around with and fun to talk with online. They're really nice people, and I'm just blowing off because it's kind of come to a head, guys. I'm not a professional. I could care less. I really could, you know. But I kind of enjoyed this. You know what I'm saying? I kind of enjoy this. I kind of like talking about different things. But again, it is just my opinion. don't take it personal. It's just my opinion. For those folks that come on in the remix, it is just my opinion. Don't take it personal. If you're overweight and you're happy with yourself, stay overweight. If you're an asshole and you're happy with being an asshole, keep being one. I don't care. If you think your stuff don't stink, it don't stink to you. I don't care. But when you're saying stuff and I gotta block you and all this other stuff, hey man, go find someone else. Go find someone else to bother. Do you see what I'm saying? I am a nobody. I'm a guy that don't like walking, but I can't stop walking. I'm a guy that loves mowing and cutting lawn because I got into repairing lawnmowers because I miss my sorry ass father because he was a mechanic and I miss that. There's times that if you look at these videos, I'm almost on the tears of crying because I figured out. I did a video. I got four. No, wait, one, two, three, four things that I bought at an auction. Four things that I bought at an auction, and I figured out how to get them running again. I did a video with I had everything running at one time because this stuff was sitting up and I enjoyed it. My core aerated. I realized that the way the fuel line is configured, it will once it sits, it will always keep air in it, and you got to. The way it works, you just got to take it off and put some starter fluid in it to get that suction to come out of it. I figured this stuff, and I was so proud of myself because I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I like doing it. Do you see what I'm saying? I talk about other stuff, about my finances. My credit score before I met my wife was freaking thinking the fours. But I watched her pay her bills and I said to myself, you know what? She's doing it. Why don't I do it? These lives, I tell you stories. I tell you stories of my life. I tell you stories of how I've been played and laughed at and talked about and played and used and abused because all I ever wanted was love and affection. Why would I have an inappropriate conversation with anybody other than my wife? I say I'm stupid, but I'm not fucking retarded. And I'm just blowing off some steam. If I look and say, if I see someone that thinks they stuff don't stink, and they got a big round ass face, and you're a fat motherfucker, because I can say you're a fat ass motherfucker, because I'm still am one, because by the white Anglo-Saxon whatever, I'm still obese. But guess what? I was morbidly obese before this. Do you see what I'm saying? I was morbidly obese. I like the fact that the doctor, when I lost all that weight and I keep losing weight and I'm back on track, I'm doing less to do it. I'm back on track, not because what the world says, but because I don't want to be on all these damn drugs. I don't. I love to sit in my yard and watch that effed up grass that I've been trying to grow. I've been trying to grow this grass for years. And each grass I chose, even though I should have read a book, I didn't. And I made fun of it. You can watch me do grass destruction. Every book that I read, I didn't. I'm on the last set of grass that I could try to grow in my yard. That's going to cost me an arm and a leg. But I want this. I have fun doing it. But I'm so frustrated because I can't, you have to grow. You have to, I have a full-time job. But YouTube is another full-time job. And you have to be tough. You got to have some thick behind skin You gotta have some thick behind skin to do this. And I tell it. I say I've said it for a long time. I'm an empath. I'm not a experienced empath, but I feel everything tenfold, and I hate it. It has been a curse that I've lived with all my life. I've drank myself into oblivion many a times to douse that pain that kills me half the time. But guess what? My body and my age, my body is telling me, yo, bro, I'm not gonna let you do that no more. I'm not gonna let you do it. So I can't. If I want to, I can't. You know. So I use my frustration, and we joke about it. I'm yelling and screaming. I'm having flashbacks because guess what? Someone hurt me in the past. Someone thought they shit didn't stink. Someone laughed at me. Someone called me a fat. Someone did all of that. Well, why would I do it? Because I'm having a flashback. I'm reliving something. I'm doing something. I'm hoping that someone else will see it and don't do it. I'm hoping. I'm hoping that someone will find their chosen path, their love, and make some money out of it. I'm hoping that someone will see that you don't talk to people like people that talk to Can't Stop. I'm hoping that somebody will see that you don't treat people like someone did to Can't Stop. I'm hoping that someone will see that it's better to be humble than to be a freaking butthead. Do you see what I'm saying? These are the things that I tried to throw out at the world and hope that it sticks. You know, it's frustrating. I'm not saying I'm going to quit or whatever. It's frustrating because guess what? The great deletion is coming, and I'm trying to get past that point before the great deletion gets here. I would love that to give away some shirts, but I can't. I can't get no shirt. I can't get no shirts from a woman. I gotta find some dude, and I'm tired. I wanted to go to our people. I wanted to help our people, and I'm segueing into something. I wanted to help one of our people. I didn't care male or female, because that's the person I am. I I wasn't that in the past. I wanted to help us. So, but now I got to go to, so I don't have no drama. I need the peace. I got peace, but my peace is what is that? I got to watch my peace. I can't enjoy myself because people will tear it down. People will do stuff like I think that's Urban there. She was talking about somebody was talking down the African dream and trying to bring them down. I remember that, and I was like, wow, those about the nicest people I ever met, and but they've gone through it. Those people have gone through it, and they live in freaking Tanzania. You're trying to say that you're trying to say that these people are traitors to the United States. How could you be a traitor when the certain things that they gotta do? They gotta have water pumped into these big little, plastic containers to take showers and whatnot. I remember because they showed on the video one time. They grow their own food. People have their own passions and trying to show it. My passion's all over the place. I'm a truck driver that finally found love. Still learning. Still trying to figure it out. Still trying to understand what is the right thing to say and what is not the right thing to say. I've gotten used, I've gotten abused by regulars, I got abused by people in the LGBT, not like y'all perverted, but people that try to use me in the LGBTQ, not in that way, but being mean to me, trying to rob me and stuff like that. Yes. But see, I watch what I say because there was other people that I really like that are in the LGBTQ, and I didn't want them to think that I was talking about them. There's so many lessons to be learned doing YouTube. There's so many lessons to be learned that you got to harden yourself up. You got to figure these things out. And I was just blowing off some steam because that yo, it kind of bothered me, man. And I'm not that person to hold it in anymore. You know what I mean? I'm not that person. I wish I could read your stuff, but I'll check it out later. But right now, I'm back. I'm back to being a regular truck driver, a regular schmeggler. This mess is a pain in the ass. I got 10 hours and got to go for it, and had to figure it out. I had to stop early to get down the road. But now I'm going to act like a YouTuber, uh, and talk about what I wanted to talk about. Now that I got my frustrations out the way, you know, we here in Atlanta, because I do TikTok, and it's better to do TikTok, and it's not that. I got my phone on a mount, but I don't want other truckers in certain states. They got this thing, and I don't look at it. I just listen. But a lot of times with TikTok, you can just hit the TikTok button, just swipe up, and then listen to stuff. Well, I've been for a long time listening to my man Keith Lee. And if anybody don't know, this is a young brother that does food reviews. And I love it because if he rolls his eyes, and that's when I stop, so y'all didn't, so anybody see I'm looking at it. When he stops and rolls his eyes to the back of his head, and you hear that bass in the back, that means that food is good. And the guy, he goes around to not only black establishments. He's gone to white Italian establishments. He's going to Mexican. He's going to all races of establishments. He's out of Las Vegas, and he just gives his opinion. He says it's just my opinion. If you have any problems, don't be negative. Go try it yourself. Go check it out. But the thing I'm finding down here in Atlanta, and this is what I'm saying, I'm happy Urban's here because I'm gonna pick at Urban because she's Jamaican. He went after the onslaught of it wasn't even, and his reviews weren't negative. He just didn't get no food, and they went to Six Flags. And if anybody knows, Six Flags is an exit. One exit down from where I park this truck, our terminal, is Six Flags. Okay. Oh Lord, I'm just talking and I'm about to miss the turn. And so I'm gonna find out where this Jamaican restaurant is. And he talked about the Rasta pasta. I'm talking about eating healthy again, but I'm going to fast and I'm going to do it so I can have a cheat day. I want to go over there and I want to order that Rasta pasta because the thing is, what this lady did, his god sister, he said, I want to go get something to eat, but Six Flag closed at I think 11 o'clock or whatever, and I want to get something to eat, and half the time this guy didn't want to go critique play, he just wanted to go eat, and I'm gonna get to my point in just a minute, and he went. His sister-in-law, God-fearing woman, because you could tell when she spoke, she called this Jamaican restaurant, and she said, "Look, I got some friends that want to eat. Can they come over to your restaurant?" Well, we close 11. Six Flag closed 11. Can they come over? No problem. We'll stay open for them. That 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 and here's the joke. Every comedian be saying that they get such a harsh criticism at Mexican restaurant. We ain't got that. We don't got that. We got no. This lady now. Come on. And when they ordered and they came in like they normally do, Keith Lee stays in the car, and it was 11:50, and he came in. The lady started crying. She said, "What the? You know what? I'm in a bad mood. Let me shut up. This guy just blew a horn on me. I'm staying in my lane. I ain't do nothing to him. Second crap. But she started crying. And the guy gave her, he came in and he said, "Thank you for staying open." And he critiqued the food. The food was great, especially the rata pata. And this guy, he'll make or break a restaurant. And the lady was like, "Look, I've been trying to get this man to come taste my food for a long time. I've been emailing, I've been whatever, and look at this." And he said, "You didn't know it was me?" She said, "No." Because this woman trying to build her business. She's not trying to have like these other Atlanta restaurants having this long list of to do crap before you can order. That's just an excuse for you having bad service. The lady later on, because she's just starting, it's only her and one other person. People came in and waited patiently for that roster pass. She said they weren't mean, they did, they were just as nice and polite. And that's what I'm talking about when we talk about, trying to uplift our people, not making excuses like, because one guy, oh, it wasn't all that. you know, Uplifting our people. We we talk a big game, but when it's time to uplift our people, when you come in and get bad service and say, I'm not, there's one restaurant had no refunds. As soon as I'd have said that, I'd have got up and walked the hell out. I don't care if we waited a whole hour or two. 'Cause you gonna give me bad service, I can't get my money back. But you said, well, everybody acting like the hood. Well, tell me this: when I first started driving the truck, I delivered some stuff I delivered some food at an Asian wholesale place in Brooklyn. I believe it was Brooklyn. I was so scared to get, and I finally got in there. I had to park half the truck out in the middle of the damn road, and I walked in. They had a bulletproof glass, but every Asian folks came in to get their stuff. They had a wad. Everyone had a wad of money. I don't know y'all. Some of y'all so young that y'all know what a telephone book is. Two telephone books thick, fat, full of money. How come I can go in the hood in order, or I can call an Asian restaurant in the hood and order and go there and pick up my food, and it only take a few minutes? Because you know why? Because one sister said this: y'all don't have practices and procedures in place. We want to blame everybody else for our mishaps. We want to blame everybody else for our unableness to make that money, to prep that food. Every every fancy restaurant has a prep cook. If you look, you come in at a Chinese food restaurant, they prepping food all day long. They ain't prepping it for that day; it's for the next day. You got to have a certain amount of stuff prepped and ready. You have to have practices and procedures in place to help these people, to set stuff in motion. And what is it? What am I saying? It's our freaking attitude. Our attitude. I said it. I think it's yesterday and the day before. Because I used to be a chef. I actually was a chef. I was a chef in that I could, and I couldn't take it. I worked in a 4-star, one 5-star, 4-star French restaurant, and I couldn't take the pressure, so I got out of the business. But I know the procedures of what they did and what they do. I went to Johnson and Wales Culinary College. Didn't last for long, but I did. The reason I didn't last so long is I stopped my father from beating the piss out of my mother, and he decided he wasn't going to pay for my college anymore. So that's telling you what the hell I done been through. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying with all of this is we as black people will blame everything on everybody else. Now I'm not saying all of it should be taken away from systemic racism, and a lot of it is. But a lot of this messes us from relationships to businesses to just living our lives. We don't want to take accountability. We don't want to learn from our mistakes. We don't want to listen to nobody else but us, but ourselves. And my question is, how's that working out for you? That's my question. We had those restaurants, one say, hey, this is so and so, we're working to do better. Yeah, okay, that's better than the last one, but it just proved my point that I'm not taking my behind downtown to get nothing. I'm not taking my behind to go downtown to do nothing. You see what I'm saying? Because why would I waste my money? I remember I went to it's a high end place, raised on the river with my wife one time, and I got the steak. This damn was $100 steak. It motherfucking and I don't send food back because I used to work back in the house. I don't send food back. This this damn thing was this thing was hockey puck black. Uh, I don't know why I even brought that up, but I was like, well, I'm never coming. And I did. We came back. I came back with Charles and his wife. We had a good time that time, but I was real hesitant about buying the damn steak. I was like, I don't think I want that. I'm not doing that again. But I'll give it a chance. I'm just saying. But we don't want to accept. And see, this is what I'm saying. When y'all hear me say I'm a strong four, possible five, yes, I'm joking, but I'm being humble about it. I'm not trying to come on here acting like I'm the shit because I don't need to get my feelings hurt by somebody saying, you think you that, you fat piece of man boob win, bubba hubba, zubba dubba. I know, do you see what I'm saying? So I make sure that I stay humble. Wait a minute. Hold up. I'm flapping off of the gums. Make sure I don't make sure I don't miss my miss my exit. uh, boy, I'm flapping off the gums trying to figure where the heck am I? You know, it's just about being humble. It's about accepting the L and learning from it. The thing is, we don't want to accept the L. We don't want to learn from it, and everything is everybody else's fault but our own. I understand a lot of these women on here. Y'all want to find that high value, high price, whatever man. Well, good for you. I'm not even gonna go there. Um, I want to find and found the love of my life, and I found her by mistake. But guess what? She don't think there's any damage, but I know there's damage because guess what? I'm damaged. But we work on it together and figure out it together. You know, if you want to work on something, figure it out. Figure it out. If you're going to do something, figure it out. But put back in your put back in your vocabulary these small impression words that you don't think will go a long way. Hey, I am sorry. I'll work on it. A lot of us don't want to do that because how dare we? I've said sorry to no good people my whole entire life. I'm never doing it again. Well, I actually, what if the no good person how about you're not with a no good person? How about how about if you're in the business and you're trying to run it? I'm sorry for the miscommunication. I'm sorry for this. I'm sorry for that. We will and can do better. A lot of people don't want to go downtown because they're treated like crap by our own people. But we want to say, how are you doing, my kings and my queens and my kings and my queens and Mufasa and Alibaba and all that other shit. But when you called out for your bullshit, you're not a king and a queen no more. I don't have to apologize. Well, guess what? I'll apologize if I've offended anyone, past, present, and or future. I'm sorry. It was not my practice to offend any one of you guys. We talking. We are just here conversating. We're just here figuring stuff out. If I've offended anyone, I officially apologize because I'm not here to make waves like that. I'm about growing. If this is going to become a business for me, I'm about growing the business, the growing the friendships and the expansion of this. Last night, I got online. I had to stop, and I said it. And I'm good at talking with people because I have another mower I don't need, but I want to bring it back to life. I bought it at an auction, and what they did is they just they took parts off it and put it probably with to fix something else. Well, what I'm doing is putting it back together. And I went driving all over. The thing about certain lawnmowers, especially turf mowers, meaning stuff that you get at golf courses, they start out at between 20, it range from 20 grand to $16,000. And I got a used one. And I got it for salvage. I paid two and some change for it. I got it running, but pieces are missing. Can't engage the blade because I need the switch. And the switch is in pieces. And the cover, and I ran into, I drove on one side of town to this one Toro place, and guy sent me to the other side of town, over there near where I work. So that was 50 miles the other way. I went there and talked to the guy. We had a good conversation. He said, look, come on to my office, and sat down and he said, tell me what you need. And I showed him a picture of the serial number. He wrote everything down. And this is the people you call will get it. You can get the order, yada, yada, yada. Well, I called them. And I just started spouting off numbers. But then I noticed the guy wrote down how many of each piece specifically I need with the serial numbers. And then I just was like, on the bottom half of that, I was like, well, give me 4 of those, 3 of those, 2 of those. And then my order came up to $200. I was like, damn. And then I noticed, okay, I said, I was right. I think I screwed up, and I need to go back over the order. All this stuff. Now I'm gonna give you these numbers, serial numbers. I just want one of each. Turns out that all of this stuff that I bought is going to put together a switch. I got to figure that out. So I'm trying to figure, should I do it sober or have a beer when I do it? That's going to be hilarious. But my attitude got me in the door. My attitude got someone to help me. My attitude got someone to take the time and give me all the numbers that I needed when he could have said, no, we don't do that here. Because he worked on golf course equipment, but it was the bigger stuff, the bigger giant machines. And I was geeking out. And he was smiling. I was like, oh my God, look at that one. I bet you that one caused an arm and a leg. Oh my God, oh, I should come work for you. He said, yeah, I need help. I said, but I don't know nothing. I'm just a DIY. My attitude, but again, and thank you for all your help. He said, ain't no problem. My attitude got me what I needed. I didn't go in there and say, yeah, this white racist guy wouldn't help me because blah 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 because I'm black. No, the guy helped me because he was a good human being. He helped me because he was nice enough to figure out that I was lost. Because I go in there and I said, look, hey, bro, treat me like a 3-year old. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but I'm having fun doing it. I'm having fun doing it. If I could say anything, if you guys have the doubts, because I know y'all have had them, even my man Mike. Mike was like, I remember a couple of months back, Mike had said, I did all this video about these gnats and whatever, and everybody wanted to know what about the cabbage. What? And he was frustrated, but I was like, but I was listening and I appreciate it because I just learned something. You don't know who's listening. Check your attitude. Have an attitude of gratitude because people are going to flock to you like there's no tomorrow. People are going to come in. They're gonna learn and they're gonna be thankful. And I think I seen Frugal Mama in there. Good morning, Frugal Mama. Hit the beat. Get that workout on. I gotta record something so I can press the Frugal Mama came into the Wellness Frugal Mama came into the chat. I don't know why I get a kick out of that, but you know what I'm saying. I get a kick out of that because you work out, and someone said it. They said the dedication that you have Monday through Friday, nonstop, is remarkable. And that's what I'm saying. You keep going. You keep pushing forward. And they say, if I could say, yeah, I started off frustrated, but I say this, guys, if you have that frustration that I had at the beginning of this video, you keep going. You keep pushing forward. You keep figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? I had one person say some crap about the video, a video, because I gain friends by doing videos of trucks passing by, adding music to it. One of them came from Charles. It wasn't even my video. He said, "Yeah, oh yeah, make it doing videos and crashing. How about having both hands on the wheel?" It wasn't in my video. It was sent to me. I just blocked him. I didn't delete the video. It wasn't even my video. Do you see what I'm saying? Oh shit! What the? Oh man! I think Boy, I'm getting myself in trouble. I blew past the exit. Oh well, it is what it is. I blew past the exit. I'm getting too old for this crap. Getting too old for this. But oh well. You know what? Let me focus. I'm trying to get to this place before 8 o'clock. Now it says I'm gonna get there at 7:54. Freaking crap. I'm just not destined to make it to this place on time. But well, it is what it is. Jesus. I don't believe I just did that. I'm getting too old. All right, guys. So let me go shut this down and figure this mess out. I'm not gonna turn around because I think that'll make it worse. But I'm going to ahead and close out. I hope y'all have more positive vibes later on today. But y'all be blessed. And as always, if you don't think nobody loves you, know that God loves you, and I love you too. Let me look at this this thing is so I'll f it up even more. This is freaking ridiculous. Oh my God. All right. Be blessed.